Happy Friday, Glenwood Eagles. We are going to have our Friday library lesson together. Today's Friday, April 24th. Today we're going to talk about our EL education design principle of collaboration and competition. And this is our April design principle. Now I know collaboration is also one of our habits of scholarship, and I think most of you know that collaborating means working together on something. And competition, you may be familiar with that word as well because I know a lot of you play sports and do things like that. And when you compete, you work together oftentimes as a team. But we talk about collaboration and competition as our EL design principle like this. We say, we work hard together as friends, and I compete with myself for my personal best. So think about what that means. Of course, when you're on a team, you try to do your best, but we don't try to compete with each other to see who can do their best and beat each other when it comes to things at school necessarily. But we talk about doing our personal best, and collaborating as a team is actually what makes us stronger. So to demonstrate this design principle today to you, the book that I picked out for us to listen to is called Linus, the Little Yellow Pencil. And I think you're really going to like this book. It is written and illustrated by author and illustrator Scott Magoon. The publisher is Disney Hyperion Books, and they have given us permission to read this aloud and record it. The family art show was coming up, and only the art with the most heart would win the grand prize. This is Linus, the little yellow pencil. It was his first time entering the contest. And this is Ernie, Linus's eraser. He was pretty hard on Linus. We're not going to win with this drawing, he thought. And Linus had drawn a picture of Tyrannosaurus Rex. What if everyone laughs at us when they see these dreadful drawings? The thought made his face turn redder with embarrassment. Then embarrassment turned to anger. You call that a straight line? It's too curvy. Rub-a-dub-rub, went Ernie, and Linus's line was gone. Linus drew more, but Ernie flipped. You can't even make a stick figure. Oh, I don't know, said Linus. I like this one. No, trust me, said Ernie. So Linus tried again and again, but it was no use. Ernie didn't like a single mark Linus made. Rub-a-dub-rub, went Ernie, and Linus's lines were gone. Soon, all of Linus's drawings were gone. How could they enter the contest now? Do you spot an eagle? Linus watched from the sidelines as his family prepared for the show. He saw Brush paint her art proudly, freely, and happily. Must be nice to brush those cares aside, he thought, bristling with envy. Ink said, Stay loose! And red and orange paint said, I love her color choices. You're always gushing. Pen produced wonderful, surprising things for the show. Think, Linus! Crayons created colorfully. But because Ernie doubted him, Linus began to doubt himself too. And that felt worse than anything. We should skip the show, Ernie said. The thought broke their heart in two. Maybe Ernie's right. I'm not an artist. Linus sighed. I should stop drawing. Maybe Linus is right after all, Ernie sighed. What if I'm ruining everything? And Red Pencil says, Linus,
Do you mind?
Frustrated, Linus and Ernie were drawn to the very edge. But at that edge, Linus saw a cave. Feeling dull, he went inside and saw something in the darkness there.
Who are you?
Linus asked the thing in the darkness.
I'm Smudge,
The thing said.
You look a bit worn down. What troubles you?
I'm no artist. I'm going to quit drawing,
Linus said.
I was once a part of many pencils before you,
Smudge began.
You might say you are of my lineage, but look at me now. I am truly unable to draw. Instead, I wait here in the darkness. But you? There's still time. You must go on.
But Ernie, he's my eraser and he really rubs me the wrong way.
Let the eraser erase. It is no matter,
Smudge said.
Find your path by drawing it. Now, go. Get that lead out.
Linus burst from the cave feeling sharper than ever. And just like Smudge told him to, he drew. He started with a squiggle, a scribble, and then a smudge. An idea blossomed in Linus.
Erase just a little, Ernie,
Linus said.
Hey, something new, said Linus. I like it.
Me too,
said Ernie. Now the lines were Linus's and Ernie's, and Linus was inspired.
Rub-a-dub-rub.
They drew wildly and joyfully together. It was the most fun either one of them had ever had. Here they've arrived at the art show. It says, "Welcome to the family art show." Until at last it was opening night. Everyone was there. The line to get in went around the block. Linus and Ernie's work drew a crowd. Their art had the most heart.
Remarkable,
said Magic Marker. And you see Glue is the judge. Linus and Ernie lined happily ever after. The blend. I hope you understood those play on words at the end. Okay, I hope you enjoyed our story. So let's talk a little bit about the story. And I have two questions for you that I would like for you to reflect on and answer. How did Ernie and Linus collaborate during this story? And remember that collaborate means working together. So think about that for a minute. How did Ernie and Linus collaborate? If you said, at first they didn't work well together, but by the end of the story, they realized that their differences made them a stronger team. By collaborating together, they were able to win the art contest. And this design principle of collaboration and competition goes very well with diversity and inclusion that we talked about in February. Our differences make us stronger. So one was an eraser and one was a pencil, and they came together to collaborate to make beautiful art. Okay, question number 2. When they competed, were they modeling our design principle of collaboration and competition? So again, when they competed, were they modeling? Were they demonstrating our design principle of collaboration and competition? At first, they were not because they were working against each other and not doing their personal best. However, if you said that by the end of the story, they were each doing what they each do best, and that helped them win the contest. When they realized what their jobs were and that they were each supposed to do the very best they could, eraser erasing and pencil drawing, then they ended up winning in the contest because they worked together so hard. So I hope while you were at home, there have been some opportunities for you to collaborate with your family or even collaborate with your classmates when you meet with your teachers, and that you're competing for your personal best. If you're a second grader and you are interested in taking an AR test on this book and you're working towards your AR goal, the book level is 2.6 and it's worth half a point if you pass the test. Okay? We have a couple of announcements before we are done today. I want to say happy birthday to all our April birthdays. Miss Dishman and I wish you a wonderful birthday if your birthday's coming up. If your birthday has already passed, happy April birthday. And our last announcement is about a fun opportunity for you to learn how to code on computer. So in other words, coding is what's necessary to program computers. It's what tells them what to do. We have access right now to a wonderful coding program online called Tinker. And they are giving students free access through now until the month of May is over. So on Friday, today, later, at 10 o'clock a.m., if you want to join us in our Google Classroom, Ms. Dishman and I are going to show you how to log into your program. You will be able to find our Google Meet link, and it will be posted in our Google Classroom for you to join us at 10 a.m. Now, this isn't an optional enrichment activity at home. It is for kindergarten through second grade students. It can be used and done on the computer or a tablet, and it's very fun, guys. I tried it this week, and I really enjoyed it, and I want to learn more about coding. So I hope you'll join us, and we are going to show you how to do this on Friday. So if you'll join us again at 10 o'clock Friday morning, we are going to show you how to log into your Tinker account. So I miss all of you. Miss Dishman says hello as well. And I hope that you all have a wonderful Friday.